Yo, what's up, everybody? So the Republicans said to stop talking about racism. Said black people talk too much about racism. That's what America was based on. Racism is a religion in America. That's what the country was built on. Racism. Racism is religion. Like I said in my poem, racism is a religion, and religion is a Ponzi scheme. And it says racism is a religion is a Ponzi scheme, and a good way to tell you in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. And then another part of my poem, I said, it says, the prison is the project and the projects are an experiment. The prison is a project and the projects are an experiment. And then, like I said before, racism is a religion is a Ponzi scheme, and a good way to tell you in a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. The country was built off of racism. That's what the country was built on. America was the one that started that black and white stuff. Black and white. When Europeans first started coming to America, they wasn't called white. They were called pilgrims. Then they went from being called pilgrims to being called Puritans. Then they went from being called Puritans to calling themselves Christians. When black people and Native Americans started adopting that, they couldn't use that as a distinction between us and them. So they started calling themselves like where they were from, like Irish, German, stuff like that. And then they just said, I'm white, and you black. Black people are not black, and white people are not white. But they use that to create a distinction between us and them. It's like saying this or that. You this or you that. And now black people will say, what about black and brown people? Black and brown people. Who is black and brown people? Who is brown? That's a trick when you say black and brown people, because most of the people that we call brown, their paperwork says they're white. Their driver's license, not their driver's license, but their birth certificate describes them as white. Ask your Latino friends. Their paperwork say they're white. Most Latinos are classified as white. They're not classified as black. Most people that come to America as immigrants get classified as white. I think Haitians and Africans are the only ones that get classified as black. But everybody gets classified as white when they come to America. Egyptians get classified as white. Indians get classified as white. Hispanics get classified as white. Everybody gets classified as white on their paperwork. Because this is a white country, and the quota on black people coming into America is 0 unless they're coming in as a slave. And then that policy was later changed to 1%. And that's when America started letting that, like Africans coming in and black people coming in from the Caribbean and stuff like that. But it said this is a white country, and the quota on black people coming in America is 0 unless they're coming in as a slave. The only way you could come to America is if you was coming in as a slave, if you was a black person. But back to what I was saying is, most people that we always say black and brown people. The minute you say black and brown people, you cutting black people off. Because as long as there's an influx of people coming into the country, they get classified as brown. Black people are not coming into the country. You got brown people coming into the country, and they get classified as white. But there's no black, and this is a country where the minority will lose. Minority means plant losing. You're a plant loser when you come in as a minority. And black people always get outnumbered because there's not an influx of black people coming into America. There's an influx of Puerto Ricans coming into America, and Latinos. Well, they changed that now. And that's funny the way they changed it, because at one time they was letting everybody come into America, and then it just stopped all of a sudden. But when you say black and brown, you cutting black people off. When you say black and brown, like I said, Jews fight for Jewish rights, gays fight for gay rights, Asians fight for Asian rights, Hispanics fight for Hispanic rights, black people fight for civil rights. Who is civil? Where does civil live? Civil doesn't have an address. But the minute you use the term civil rights, you cutting black people out, because we get outnumbered by everybody. We get smothered by everybody. Just like when you talk about white people, you don't say white. You don't say white and beige people. White and beige people. You just say white. But when you say black, you say black and brown. Black and brown. But back to what I was saying. That's what I was talking about. I think that's what I was talking about. Oh, I think that's what I forgot what I was talking about. Running off at the mouth. Oh, but yo, like I said, man, get a copy of my poetry book, guys. My book is called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. And my other one is called Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. I don't have any books. Oh, but like I was saying, the country, that's what it was. The Republicans said we need to stop talking about racism. That's what the country was built on. Racism is a religion in America. That's why you got white neighborhoods and black neighborhoods. And they always created a distinction between us and nothing to make sure that white people was socially engineered to be at the highest level of like a monopoly game. And black people would always be at the bottom. Always at the bottom. And everything black is negative. Even on a car battery, the positive wire is the red wire, but the negative wire is the black wire. The negative wire is the black wire, the positive wire is the white wire. And like we cross the street, look at the red hand. Don't cross the street. See it over there? Don't cross the street till a white man say so. See the walk sign? It's a white man. Don't cross the street till a white man say so. It's a red hand. Red means stop. White mean go. People telling me it's not white, it's green. It's white. They're like, it's not white, it's green. No, that's what you want it to be. Shit is white. That's how the country was built. The country was built on racism. That is what built on. But black people, I don't want to go into it. But that's what the country was built off of. They said they don't want to talk about racism. How you don't want to talk about racism, but everybody you firing you claim is a DEI. Now he's firing all these top generals and lieutenants and sergeants and stuff because they black. And you got a war going on. And these guys, and the shit is so funny what they're doing. It's like watching a bunch of kids, the things they're doing right now. They're just doing a bunch of immature stuff right now. And that's going to make that's going to hurt the country. That's not going to make the country better. That's going to make us they're doing a lot of immature stuff, man. The cabinet, the people in office right now, they're doing a lot of immature, childish stuff. Firing people because of the color of their skin. And these are powerful people. These are experienced people that they're firing. And they fire them. How you going to fire people in the middle of a war? These guys don't think, man. I guess they just want to bring the country down. I guess they don't care.